Hello everybody, I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk and today's video is another super simple speedy card video. Now I've got 3 cards for you today, but before I start I have a question and I'd like you to answer, if that's alright and you don't mind. What I want to know is, I make my videos for you. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you and to inspire you and give you ideas, inspiration, as I say. They're there for you, okay? So that's why I do my videos. So I thought I'd ask, do you like having 3 or 4 simple speedy cards all on one video, which is what I do? Or would you prefer if I just did 1 card per video? Now, I'll still do the same amount of cards every day. So every time I do a super simple speedy card on Sundays, I'll still do 3 or 4 for you. But would you like me to do them as just 1 video, or would you like me to separate them so that they're actually 3 or 4 individual videos? All right, that's what I'd like to know. Now, if you leave me a comment underneath the video, or the blog link, which will be underneath the video, as is always the case, you could either leave me a message on my blog or you could leave a message on the video and just let me know, what would you prefer? And then I'll have a think about it, and if I get the majority of you saying that you'd like individual videos, then that's what I'll do. If you're happy having 3 or 4 all in one go, that's what I'll do. All right, so let me know. Right, moving on then. Today's videos. It was my wedding anniversary yesterday. My lovely husband and I have now been married for 23 years. And I made him a card using the Going Global stamp set and the coordinating paper that goes with it, which I haven't actually got very much of it left, but I've got bits sort of all flittered around my desk. There's some more of it. But what I thought I'd do is I'd do some male cards for you today, more masculine kind of cards, because it's very, very difficult, isn't it, to do man cards, boy cards, masculine cards, whatever you want to call them. So I thought, let's do it. Let's go for it. Right. So this is what we're doing. Okay, let me get started then. The first one we're going to do, all of today's card bases, oh, just need to put the chair up, hang on a sec. All of today's card bases are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and they are all done using the coordinating colours. All right, so if you're wondering what I mean by that, if you have a look in your catalogue, let's see if we can find the right page. There it is. When you have a look in your catalogue, so this is on the Spring Summer catalogue, pages 38 to 39, it will show you everything that coordinates with one particular set of papers. So the designer series paper, as we call it. And underneath there, it also tells you what colours coordinate with it. So it's like a whole set, just to make things easier for you. Stampin' Up are very good at making things easy. Everything matches, and that's why I love it, because you don't really have to think very hard. And sometimes thinking is a little bit of a nuisance, isn't it? That looks like it's going to run out in a minute. Let me just get another one of those out. So that's what we're doing today. Hang on. I know I'm waffling a bit now. I'm just trying to get some more snow out the drawer. So I'm banging and crashing and goodness knows what else there. Right, so as I was saying, all of our cards are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now, the first one, when I cut these card bases out, I cut them from UK sized A4. All right, now UK size A4, or European size A4, I think it is 11 5/8 and a smidge by 8 1/4. So it does mean that you get a bit left over in the UK. If you're in America, excuse me, you're not going to have as much of a sort of weird shape left over, but you will still have some left over. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use those bits. Fed up with throwing bits away. So one of the card bases we're doing is a Lost Lagoon one. No, it's not. What is it? Yes, it is. It's Lost Lagoon. Ooh. So with the bits that I cut off from that, that's making this card. So what I've done, first piece that I cut off, cut it down so that this measures, I don't know, what does it measure? It measures 2.5 by 6 1/4. So let's, whoops, open this now. Stick that one on first. I wonder how long this one's going to last. So that one's going straight in the middle ish. So this is where when you're doing your super simple Speedy cards, you don't need to worry too much about lining things up, because they're designed so that you don't have to think about it too much. The next bit is a piece of designer series paper. Whoop, there we go, we've run out. Designer series paper, and this one, what do you do? Yeah, this is an offcut as well from one of the other cards that I'm going to show you. So, oh, I've gone all over the place with that. Look. So this one, whoops, measures 6, because the pad is 6, by 2 inches, I believe. I really should write these things down. If I write them down, I wouldn't forget, would I? Oh, no, it's not. Right, the Lost Lagoon is 6 1/4, same as the card, 2.5. The panel that I've just stuck on the top there is 2 1/4 by 6. Better check. Yeah, 2 1/4 by 6. All right, so we're all right on that one. Actually, where's my rubber? Let's get it off with the proper thing, because then it actually works, doesn't it? Rather than just trying to rub it off with my hand. I've got to get rid of it, otherwise I'm going to stick something to it and then I'll ruin my cards. Oh, which reminds me, that's something else I need to tell you about in a minute. Right, okay. Next bit that was cut off was another piece. This one measures, what is it? 2 by 5. So 2 inches by 5 inches. All right. Now, stick this one on. And this one, I'm just going to offset slightly. I'm just going to sort of stick it over there a bit. There we go. And then the final piece, again, which was an offcut, is 1 3/4 by what? 4 3/4. Might help if I actually measured it in the right place, wouldn't it? 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. No, I'm sure that wasn't right. Oh, I'm having a really bad day today, aren't I? It's because I'm rushing. 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. God, that was hard work, wasn't it? Right, stick that one on as well. There we go. And then you just need a scrap piece of Lost Lagoon, which I did have somewhere and I can't find it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I kept all my scraps all nice and tidy today and I've already made a mess. There we go. We use that bit. And we're going to use the world, I think. I like that one. Where is it? It's not in there. Oh, disaster! You know why it's not in there? It's because I was trying really hard to tidy up. There it is. And I'm rubbish at tidying up. Oh, never mind. Right, Lost Lagoon, world, Lost Lagoon, ink pad, ink it up. Stamp it on. Now we need a 2.5 inch punch, because that's the one that this world fits in. No, it doesn't. It's a 2-inch punch. I told you, it's disaster today, isn't it? Absolute disaster. No, you know what? I'm going to use a 2.5 inch punch, because that's going to give me a nice edge around it, isn't it? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Let's try and Okay, there's my world. So I'm going to put that on as well. Nice and quick. Turn it round. Where can that go? Back there, you think? Yep, that can go there. And then for the final piece, stick down. That's it. We'll have, what do you think? You mean the world to me. It's got to be, isn't it, really? Yeah, why not? Can't be anything else. So stick that on the block. You see, if I was organised, this would be much faster. I keep saying this because somebody said to me the other day, your videos take far too long. And I wasn't offended, obviously, because everybody has their own opinion. But it did make me think, do they take too long? I don't know. I think it's because when I do my videos, I like to tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And I know I waffle on a bit. But that's half the fun, isn't it? Don't you think? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just going to get my paper cutter out because I've decided I'm going to just cut this down a bit to, what should we go for? I'm going to go for 1 inch. This is just a bit of scrap, very vanilla. So I'm just going to cut that, oops, down to 1 inch. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to get over the other side of the room. That's what I'm going to do because I want this. And this is the triple banner punch. You see, when you're doing Speedy cards, your punches are your best friend because they just make everything so much better for you, so much easier for you. Yeah, that's it. Right, so ink that up. Where did I want to put that? I'm going to put that. Well, that just had to be upside down, didn't it? Oh, goodness, I think I need to go back to bed. Oh, never mind. Let's have it up that way, shall we? Oh, not what was actually planned, but hey, who cares? Oh, what done? Oh dear. Do you know what? You know when you start doing something and you just think to yourself, this is going to go wrong. I just know it's going to go wrong. It's gone wrong. Oh dear. Just stick that on there and try and control myself. Oh dear. Breathe, woman. Calm down. Oh my word. Right, there you go. Well, there's one. How long did that take? That's probably about half an hour, wasn't it? Oh dear me. Right, well, decide what way you're going to do it. Make sure you stamp it up the right way and stamp it on there. Oh, should we do another one? Okay, let's do another one. Right, stop laughing. Stop laughing. Okay. Let me have a mouthful of coffee. Oh God, I've run out of that as well. Right, let's get going again. Let's move on. Move it on. Okay, so we have another Lost Lagoon card base this time, measuring 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. We've got a piece of designer series paper that's going to go straight on the top that measures 6 by 4. I'm going to be sensible now. Stop laughing and be sensible. A bit boring that though, isn't it? Being sensible. I'm not very good at sensible. Never have been. Right, what's this bit? Oh, this is another scrap bit that I had actually that I've cut down to 3 by 3.5. Now, you'll notice that when I'm doing these cards, I'm using quite a lot of layers, and that's because layers just add everything to a card. You can make a very, very simple card look very, very special just by layering the papers, because that's what they're designed to do. They're designed to be easy, as I said, so keep it easy. Right, 2.5 by 3 inches, this little bit that I've got here that's left. I've just thought actually I'm going to stick that bit right over to that edge. That's going over there. That's not what I just thought. What I just thought was the card that I made my husband using this paper. I'm going to do a video making one of those as well, because I must admit I was very impressed with myself. You know, when you do something and you look at it and you think, you know what, that worked. It was one of those. Right, 2.5 inch punch, piece of basic black scrap card, punch that out. Now, what should we stick on this one? Where's the stamp set gone again? This one can have, what about that one? Love between us knows no distance. That's nice, isn't it? I like that one. Now I've got that already stuck on something. I know, there it is. Oops, what did I drop? Just drop something, never mind. Yeah, so we use that. What should we stick it on? Here we go. Look, a bit of very vanilla that was left over this time, and basic black ink again. Now you could jazz this up a bit, and I will show you how. If you want to jazz this one up, let me just plop that on there like that. When I used this stamp when I did my husband's card. What size is that? 2 inches, right? 2 inch punch. Fits perfectly. Look at that. Love it. There we go. Yeah, when I did my husband's card, what I actually did was I used the Hearts confetti border punch, which is in the catalogue. And in fact, do you know what? I'll do it now. Why not? I know we're supposed to be quick, but hey, I'm taking forever on this video, so it's not really quick anywhere, is it? Right, this one here, you see it's got all these lovely little hearts on it. So what I did, I had a piece of red glimmer paper, and I just poked it in and just nipped out one of those teeny tiny stars. Hang on, I've got to find somewhere. It's going to be easy to get to. There we go. And just punched it out. Now it's incredibly small, and yes, I did lose about 4 of them before I actually got the one that I wanted, but hey, it's just super cute. Adds a super cute tiny piece of colour. Now I'm using the fine tip glue, obviously, because we need a very tiny little dot. There we go. When you use your fine tip glue, make sure you put your needles straight back in again so it doesn't dry out and block that nozzle. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Oh, I've got that upside down. Now, because that is so tiny and because my fingers don't work as well as I'd like them to, I'm going to, if I can find it, there it is. Got this little sticky thing, I don't even know what it's called, pickup tool I think it's called, but I'm just going to pop that on there. Alright, like that. Doesn't that look good? It's only a small amount of colour, but it really gives it a bit of woomph. Right, now then, let's put some more snail on the back. It's probably a better idea actually if you stick this on first, then put your little heart on, but there we go. It can go on there. And then, as I've always said on all of these videos, use some dimensionals, and your dimensionals will add even more of pop. So what we've basically done here is we have made a card just using scraps from another card. So that's why I always say to you, never throw your scraps away, because you can use them. You can always use them. Your scraps of card, your scraps of paper. I mean, it's not like you want to go spending loads of money on something and then just throw it away, is it? Because that's silly. So use it. Use all your bits. Don't leave any behind. There we are. Okay, so there's another one for you with a little pop of colour there in the middle. Now the last one, I'm using Delightful Dijon, which I must admit, I don't particularly find that delightful, but it works with this card. I'm not sure I should be saying that, but never mind. Right, this measures, again, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I've got a piece of this lovely stars I'm going to stick on, and this measures, can you guess, 6 by 4. So that's going to go on first. I'm going to try and line this one up so that we get the right effect going on, because you may have seen recently there's quite a lot of cards being made that are called peekaboo cards. Now you'll see what I mean in a minute. Now I've decided to do a double peekaboo on this one. It's very, very simple. So I have another piece of paper that measures 6 by 4. And all I'm going to do, I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to go from the middle using just my scissors, the length of my scissors. All right, so that is kind of how I'm measuring. So I'm just going to go roughly in the middle and do one snip. Turn it round, go to the opposite side. Now I do want to kind of line this one up, so I'm going to do it again, but just one snip. Again, just using the length of my scissors. All right. Fold it over, and then, whoops, you can use a bone folder if you wanted to on this. But all you do is you just go from the corner to where you've cut, fold it back from the corner to where you've cut, and fold it back. Now that is your standard peekaboo card. All right, because the idea is you show the underneath of your paper, you show another piece of paper underneath, and then you're showing this bit. So you're actually showing 1, 2, 3 pieces of the pattern. But what I'm doing on this one, I'm actually going to fold it again. I'm going to fold that one over, and I'm going to fold that one over. So just from the corner up to where you've cut, and just fold it down. Now, like I said, if you want to, you could bone folder it. I'm just going to use my fingers because my desk is a tip. I can't find my bone folder, basically. But that's going to go on there. So let's just stick that on there. Oops. Oh, didn't do that very well at all, did I? Never mind, you're not going to see it anyway. And then just line it up over the top of your other piece of 6 by 4 paper that you've already stuck on. There we go. Now, with your folds, I've done it one way, one the other way. That's just the way it's ended up. If you want to do it like that, go for it. If you don't want to do it like that, don't do it like that. Easy peasy. Right, 2-inch circle. That's going to go in the middle. If, there it is, I was going to say if I can find what I did with the snail. So I'm just going to put that straight over the top of all of that. Give it a bit of a stick to make sure it sticks down properly, because obviously you've got the paper underneath, so you need to make sure you've got a nice firm sticky bit on it. And then I'm going to put, no I'm not, it's not in there. I'm going to put, there it is, this one. I need another block. Give me a block. There we go, there's a block. Now, what colour should we do that in? That one? Yeah, that'll do, won't it? There we go. There's the ink. Yeah, I will use this because I'm just thinking aloud as ever. Right, so there's my compass. Let's cut that, bunch that out. So 2-inch punch for the compass. No, I'm not. Do you know what? Hang on, let me just get another one. A minute. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Yeah, that's the one. I'm going to use this one. This is 1 3/4. Now, this isn't actually the punch designed for this compass. As you can see, it's slightly too small. But what I'm going to do is try and line it up. So I've got a 1 3/4 compass, and then another scrap that I had, a 2-inch Delightful Dijon. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Now, let's just stick that onto there, like that. And then we can stick that one onto there, like that. And what we're going to do is with, what are these called? Candy dots. We can put a candy dot in the middle. What colour? What do you think? That one there, I reckon, don't you? Yeah? What's that? That looks like crumb cake. Yeah, that's crumb cake. So we'll put a crumb cake dot in the middle, or you could even just colour that in if you wanted to. It's up to you, really. Another bit of Very Vanilla, and this time I've got the smallest, or one of the smallest stamp. This is quite a cute one, actually. Where's, oh, I've lost my ink pad again. Right, you'll notice when I do these cards, I'm always losing things. Do apologise. Stamp that on there. I thank my lucky stars for you. That's nice, isn't it? Now this one needs the small 1-inch punch, which I did get out. There it is. So let's pop that out. And then I'm just going to stick it on. I'm not going to back it with anything. I'm just going to stick it on there. Just like that. There you go. So there's another one. So we have done 3 super simple Speedy cards, probably in a very, very long time because I got the giggles and lost the plot. But there you go. They are ready. They are done. Now, I've decided what I'm going to do is every time I do these super simple Speedy cards, I'm actually going to put them on my blog on a sale page. So if you like any of these cards and you'd like to buy them as a set, they'll be on there. Now, obviously, I only make 3 or 4 of them at a time. So once they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to be repeated or anything like that. But I will put them all on there. And then if you do want to buy them, you'll be able to buy them through PayPal. Okay? Good. Right. There we are then. We are done for today. Everything I've used, obviously, is going to be in the blog post that's going to go with this video. Because this video is a little bit late, because usually my videos are published at 7 o'clock in the morning, UK time, but because it's a bit late, what I'm actually going to do is publish the video and then add the blog post to it. So you may find that the blog post isn't actually there to begin with, but by the time you've watched the video, it will be there. Okay, so don't panic and think, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be going with it. All right, so don't forget, let me know, do you want one card per video, or are you happy for me to do 3 or 4 cards per video? Leave me a comment in the notes underneath, or just go onto my blog and leave me a comment on my blog. And I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, see you later.